So we're like
like
side, so we can.
yeah. So we're here.
Well, so there, guys.
Well, we're on anyway. So so we're on. What Aedea's achieved over the course of the last year, pretty much to the date nearly now, isn't it? Put on 3.5 stone in mass. So Aedea was what, 11.5 stone when he come to me?
I used to fluctuate between about 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah.
It was just always up and down. Like when I was like, oh wow, I got heavier, and then you look again like next month or something, and I'll be like, oh, I'm actually smaller.
Yeah.
But
so you're 15 stone.
Yeah, I was just before we started cutting, it was 15.4 or something like that. But
how's that been for you, that process, going from 11.5 to 15.4?
It's been emotional.
As someone like me who was a skinny guy, and in their head they're still a skinny guy, so how was that?
Well, it's cool, but it's really weird because like you always used to being small. So like even when you look in the mirror, because if you see yourself every day, like I still think, oh, I'm pretty small, but then your clothes don't fit, the scale says something else, and that's something else, isn't it? Like.
In your head, saying you're always going to be 11, you're an 11.5 stone guy looking at a body that looks more like 15, but it still doesn't make sense, even though all the stats and stuff are there. So,
yeah, exactly.
So have you found that year? How was it putting on that weight?
At first, it was really hard because I wasn't used to eating so much. Like people don't get it. Like I'm sitting there eating food like in public, and I'm literally going like, shoving it in my mouth, going, like, and people are looking at me. One person was like, "Look, mate, you don't have to eat that." I was like, "You don't understand." And they're just like, "All right, mate, he's obviously got some issues." But I had to cram in like thousands of calories.
And what was the aim for? What was the initial goal? How did we do this?
The initial goal was just to get to 14 stone. Yeah. And then, but then even when you said, well, we went, oh, did you get to 13? And you went, no, do 14. And I was like, I'm never going to be 14. And then we hit 14, like, easily. Yeah. And then we set another goal to be 16 like, before we start cutting, which is cool because we got to like.
And at what point into the process did I start slipping in the thing about competing?
It was
because this wasn't the goal. No, we're talking about this now because Aedea's now going to be after a year of putting on 3.5 stone successfully. He looks awesome. We're going to have the photos to show. They're probably going to come up now. Ping. So we're going to both be competing at the same show. So Aedea's competing at Pure Elite in November. He's going to be going into 3 different categories. But obviously, when he came in and started, the goal was not to be competing at all. It was just to put on a bit of size, get a bit of body confidence, and learn about himself. When did I start dropping it in about the?
I think it was about the same time you was doing your competition because we had monthly sort of sit down, like, what's your goal? And then I was just like, oh, maybe I might think about doing something like that one day. And my one day meant like 2-3 years time. And you went, oh yeah, well there's
we don't have the same scale.
Yeah, you was like, oh, there's one coming up in November. Like that was at that time, that was a year away.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right, it's a year away. I've got a year to say no.
Here we are.
I know it's come around proper quick.
Yeah.
We're only 13 weeks until.
Yeah, 13 weeks until we're doing it. Do you think having that goal set out in place was a more of a motivation for you rather than just getting bigger for the sake of getting big?
I'm going to say yes and no at the same time because at first it was just at the back of my mind. Like I didn't tell anyone about it. Like I've not really told anyone about it unless the people see me. Because like some people on here still don't know what I look like. I've not changed any of my pictures on social media. No. I'm still just the same as like a year ago.
Right? That was a conscious effort.
Yeah, I didn't want. I stopped doing like modelling shoots and stuff, like because I didn't want this transitional period to be documented. Like I just wanted it to go from nothing to something,
and then now we're going to see the awesome progress as we sculpt you down from where we need to be.
Exactly.
So when you have seen people that you haven't seen for a while, what are their reactions been like?
They're just shocked, like they're like, mate, like what have you been doing? I was like, literally just training hard. And like some of them that don't know any better, they're like, oh, like what steroids are you using? And I'm like,
standards.
Clean carbs, protein, fats, all in nice moderation. Get my macros right, training hard, and then that's it. And they're like, really? I'm like, mate, look, I don't even drink soda. Like, what makes you think I'm going to put anything else in my body?
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting people say that. It's a kind of compliment in a way that people say, people who don't really understand is that, oh, like what kind of steroids and stuff are you using? Because clearly people see someone get bigger and straight away they think they're on steroids, but fair enough, we're not doing that. We've just been eating clean and training mean, isn't it? Out of those two, eating clean and training mean, which one do you enjoy the most?
Actually training, because I'm not a big foodie.
No,
I'd rather eat like, I'm happier now that I'm cutting my calories down for prep than I was when I was bulking, because I went a bit mad when we first started. I was on between 4,000 and 5,000 calories, which is a lot. That's a lot by anyone's standard, and I'm on 2,500 now.
And that's been tapered down. So people that are watching this are thinking they understand about calories and energy and stuff going in. The goal for Aedea was to just put on as much size as you possibly can. If you're a naturally skinny person like us, like you're ectomorphic, the goal is just to put on some size. But what we also did is Aedea started to turn into a bit of a mass building machine, which means that his metabolism slowed down a little bit. So what we did, we do skin fold caliper measurements, which is how we test his body fat percentage. And what we did, we had a tolerance that in his bid to obviously put on weight, if he started going any more than like 18% body fat, we would then just put a cap on it. So what went from 5,000 calories to 4.5 down to 4, we just kept capping it and putting on there. But out of the 3.5 stone he's put on, it was close to 2 stone of lean mass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable. If you know the science of this kind of stuff and how much lean mass you can put on, that's at a very absolute threshold. The reason why Aedea could do this, and people into their bodybuilder stuff will know that the more that you go through this process, the longer you're building mass for, the harder it is to do. But Aedea literally went from a point of no training, eating was absolutely shocking, to taking his stuff fully on board, and he had a massive jump in the first year.
Yeah, we got it down to a point where I was eating, I hit that sweet spot in my calories, which meant every month I was putting on 1.2 kilos of lean mass, no fat. So that was, for me, that was 3,200 calories.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's interesting, but that will change as you go through. So that being said, done. So what we've done over the course of last year is 3.5 stones gone on. How do you find your confidence and self-image has changed in that time?
Do you know what? It's weird, because for me personally, not much, because I still feel like the same person. But it's different from a third party point of view.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So other people go, oh wow, and I'm just like, not feeling it. Like I still don't understand it. Like,
at what point do you think you'll give yourself recognition for what you've achieved so far?
When I see stuff popping. Like,
we see stuff popping off.
Yeah, like when we get like maybe a month out before the competition, like abs are popping, like lines are coming in that's never been there before. Then I'll be like, okay, like that's new, like that's a visual thing. At the minute, it's all stats, it's all like weights and clothes, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
And reaction.
Yeah.
So how people react to is that. So what do you reckon's been the biggest difference in your body? What's been the biggest? What's changed the most?
I'd say like well, I don't know. It's really hard because it's all changed.
I'm gonna tell you, it's his legs. Yeah. His legs are ridiculous. Yeah. Stand up. Look at that. Look at them. Look at those. Look. Gosh. These guys, from if you've ever been naturally skinny, we are ectomorphic people. So our characteristics of our body is that very skinny limbs. Our goal is always to get like bigger limbs, and his growth potential is immense. We've like been putting some weight through his legs. He's got like quads hanging over his knees like elephant's ball bags. So 13 weeks out, we've officially started the process. How have you found your first week? What have we changed and what have you found? What have you learned?
It's been good. It's been, do you know, I've enjoyed it more because, like I said, I'm on less calories, which is easier for me to get down. And then the training's still intense as always. But now we've just finished like a mad hit session of ultimate severity.
Ultimate severity. We had a team training session, so as well as Aedea being on board, we've got another 5 girls that are competing at the same show. So our team BTA is going to be competing in November is 6 people. So what we did is we did a big team training session down at Tree Gym today, and this is the first time Aedea has done any high intensity training from a leaning up strategy that we have. Me and Aedea being naturally ectomorphic, we're probably not going to need to do a lot of cardio in order to do it because our metabolism is very fast, and as soon as we start dropping down the calories, we're going to be getting lean. But we did a big team training session today, 6 stations, sled pushes, battle ropes and everything. What happened, mate?
Mate, it was in motion. I nearly went to like a different like universe.
A parallel universe.
Yeah, exactly. Like my body was in this one, but my soul was somewhere else.
It was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
She had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
What are you excited about now? What's the
seeing what happens now? Like this is a stage where we start getting things popping, like everything start getting refined and defined.
Refined and defined, definitely. And what are you nervous about?
No, not hitting them goals. Like, it's like once you spend like a whole year bulking and getting your mindset into hitting these kind of macros, I had it on point. But now we flip it, it's a new learning curve to hit the new set in a different way.
The interesting thing, and what I like about what we're going to be doing, because this is going to be my second year in doing it, but I'm going to hit this as hard as I can for 4 years at least. Em's doing it, my girlfriend's doing it, the other owner of BTA, she's doing it to a very good level. And it seems like a strange concept, but it's 1 year for 1 day. So we've been grafting our arse off with a few different strategies. So you're bulking for literally 9 months as hard as you possibly can. And I appreciate there's lots of different disciplines what people do. This one's quite unique in a way that literally it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are thinking about it. You might have a few little cheat days in that, but ultimately if you're serious about it, you're going to push yourself as hard as you can. And it is for 1 day. Literally 1 day. This is the first cycle Aedie's been through, so we've done the bulking bit, but he already seems to be more comfortable eating less calories, which is good. Sure. And this is the cutting bit now. If you didn't put the 9 months in before, and you was a skinny bloke and you strip yourself down on stage, there's not going to be a lot left. Interesting for Aedea, he has got no idea what he's going to look like. I've got a pretty good idea. He's going to look sick. And with all his tattoos and stuff, you're never going to see anything like it. And look at his beautiful face, the dimples. It's a full package, but it's something we're excited about. And good. Anything else?
And that's it, man. We're just to be continued.
To be continued. We're going to be back here in 5 weeks' time. We're going to get another hit circuit in, but we're going to start documenting video workups and stuff that we're doing, bits of training programs, how we're feeling before and after.
Yeah, I'm going to be a lot more active with social media
but
now.
This is it. This is out. This is the first one. So anyone's got any questions out, just please leave it under the video. Stay tuned for more, and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
And that's an important point. So the whole point is we just eat, mean, train, clean, isn't it? Yeah, cool, mate. Crack on. Could have got some manlier dumbbells.
Yeah.